Kickback Podcast. Case and Jarard J.
Kickback Podcast. Kickback Podcast.
What up, people? What up, people? We are now live. We at the Kickback Podcast. Case is under the weather, and Jarard J had in car trouble. So now that leaves me. So if you just tuned in and you looking around, you notice that there's a different face. The face you usually hear, the sound you usually hear, but you don't see the face. I am Seuster Connect. I am the executive producer of the Kickback Podcast and also the owner of the Owner's Box Podcast. So I am here. And we have two guests today sitting in, my two co-hosts. We're going to get to you. Introduce yourself.
My name is Samaya. I'm actually fresh out here. I just moved to Atlanta 2 days ago from Memphis.
Okay.
So
Don't let these Atlanta boys get at you.
I'm still going to marry me a man from Memphis. I'm just, checking the sites out here right now.
I got you. Window shopping right now.
Yeah, window shopping,
Okay. And
Hello, my name is Free Kinlow, and I am an intuitive life coach. I live here in Atlanta, but I'm from Greenville, South Carolina.
okay. An intuitive life coach. Let's dive right into it.
I know. Ain't no need of playing around with it. Just get it all the way.
Let's get to it. What is an intuitive life coach?
So
for those watching and don't know.
Right. So an intuitive life coach is what some people would call a psychic. I don't like that word psychic. I don't like the word medium. I am a certified life coach who actually uses my gift of discernment and intuition to help people along in their lives and their purpose and things like that.
What people?
All people. You.
So live and dead people?
No, I don't need to help dead people along. That's the misconception, right? Everybody automatically thinks that if you have a gift like this, what you do is you talk to dead people. I don't want to talk to dead people. But now can I? Yes, I do. And they do talk to me, right? They do. If there's let's say someone has transitioned and you're having a hard time with their death, listen, I want to set the record straight. Mm-hmm. Those that have crossed over, they've transitioned, they're not completely dead. Your soul never dies. So they are not concerned about coming back and talking to us because they're busy. So when people say rest in peace, you don't rest. Your soul moves on to a new mission. But at times when people are struggling, when someone has transitioned, they come back and they say what they need to say so that that person can feel better and heal and move on and do what it is that they're supposed to do in this life, because you can't spend your time grieving about somebody that's doing something else.
I think it's arrogant of us as humans to think the dead concern themselves with the affairs of the living.
That's exactly right. That's right. Because they don't give a shit. I don't know if I can cuss or not. Can I cuss?
You good.
They don't give a shit.
Yes.
They are not concerned.
Yes, I don't
So you
think.
said they get a new mission. Does their
Yes.
mission ever correlate to the living, or they're just doing their own thing
So
in a different space?
it is going to always, so those who've crossed over have decided to sometimes be your guardian, be your guide. You know how if you're going somewhere and you're driving and you hear something say, don't go that way. Mm-hmm. Right. Or you just mix an accident. That's your guardian guiding you. And a lot of times it is those that we know as our ancestors. Everybody, we're all one. So it's a collective consciousness. So we're all a part of that. But we do have soul tribes that we are part of that could be your grandmother, your great-grandfather. Those sometimes have a mission to protect you. But everybody is awarded a guardian before they come to Earth.
So I don't just have my village here. I have a spiritual village.
Oh,
too.
absolutely. Baby, you got a Super Bowl team. You got a whole, it's like a whole Super Bowl game going on and everybody in there cheering you on, and the only person that you're going up against is yourself, because we don't have any other competition, right? Mm-hmm. But they're cheering you on either way. That's what you got.
This is why I don't believe in that direction, because if somebody is there to keep you from getting into an accident, that means they're there to let you get in one. And I don't believe anybody controls what I do when I do it.
So
because that means if they can do it, if they have the power to stop it, they have the power to make it happen. And I don't believe that's a thing.
Well, and that is a beautiful thing for you to believe that. It is so beautiful that we all have choice. And that's a choice to believe what you want, right? And yes, you are in control of your own destiny because you are a God, period. You are a God. We are all, we are all gods and goddesses. We're made in the image. If you're made in the image, that means you are that thing that you're made in the image of. I don't care what you say. Whatever your parents' last name is, that's what your last name is, generally, right? So that means you are that particular thing. It's the DNA. However, there are times when you are protected, when it is not your time to transition or to go, but you do have a choice as to whether or not you're going to listen to the voice, right? They're not going to ever. You said they can make you be in an accident. If
they can stop you, then they. No, I don't. I'm not saying that they can make you. I'm saying if you believe they can help you not get into one, that means you can believe that they can help. No,
that's not the same thing. Because if you believe that they can help you get into one, then you believe that they're here to hurt you. And all of us are. All we are is love. Period. Now you may have hate. That's on the other spectrum of love.
Right.
But the spirit guides and the ancestors would never do anything to hurt you, so they're never going to make you get in an accident. But what they will do is whisper in your ear very softly.
But there has to be balance. So
But that
you can't
is-
say no, because you can't say they're not here to hurt you. There has to be some type of balance.
No, they are not here to hurt you.
So who's here to hurt us? You tell me there's no evil?
So this is what I feel,
Right.
so far as evil is concerned.
Right.
I feel like the evil is you. Evil, if you spell evil backwards, it's live. We're living in the evil. Us. There is a duality, right? We are living in the evil. But there is not, I don't think that there's evil that can attack you. I think that if you think in your mind, you're constantly thinking, thoughts create things. That's why I don't believe in the word try. Because if you're thinking it, you're doing it.
Right.
So thoughts create things.
Right.
So it's your thoughts, something within you that has automatically allowed that thing to manifest. Now, even if you do get in an accident, 9 times out of 10, it is because it was designed that way, because you agreed for it before you came here to earth. We sign a contract and we say, this is the lesson that I want to learn when I go to earth. And all the lessons ain't pretty. They're not. Because there's things that you have to learn. There's karmic lessons. There's experiences. I feel like we are all gods here and we're giving God the best experience. You're giving him an experience as Zeus. You're giving him an experience as, say your name again, baby. Samaya. And I'm giving him an experience as free. Or them. Because I don't believe God is a he either. I believe God is a them. It's a collective consciousness. That's how I feel. Now, I don't try to sway nobody on what they feel. That's just me.
So in your life, there's no bad spirits at all. Everyone's just good spirits, and we're just here living.
So when you say bad spirits, I don't believe in good or bad. I believe that it just is, right? Truly. So there are spirits who have issues with crossing over. There are spirits who, like they call it the trickster. There are spirits who may be like that, but I don't necessarily, I don't dwell in those, right? And I don't contact those. Because when I
You can't stop them. They demons.
When I agree, no. We all are. That's the thing. Because you know why? We have been so tricked by this fucking society to make us think that God is on the outside, not on the inside. And we are so afraid. We are fear-based. Everything is about fear. All of us. The only reason why you're talking about a demon is because somebody told you that. Fear in a demon.
Oh, let's be clear about this. It's not God or demons. I believe they exist. I just don't. I'm not involved in their life, and they not involved in mine. You know what I mean? So I believe there's a God. I believe there's demons.
Okay.
I don't mess with them, and they don't bother me.
So,
I don't invite them in my house, and I don't go. I don't do stuff I don't take trinkets from people that I don't know. You know what I mean?
Right,
I don't do none of that. I don't.
Right.
If I come in my house and you can't come walk and you can't walk in behind me, then you stay outside.
Right.
I don't say come in. You know what I mean?
Well, I don't put welcome, and that's good. No, that's for real. No, that's for real. Because I don't have a welcome sign in my door because you don't want to welcome all kind of things in it. It doesn't mean that they're demons. It just means they have things that they got going on, and I don't want to welcome
all that over there. You're like, so I don't involve myself. I know he exists. I know there's a devil. I know it all that, but he don't bother me.
But
and
I don't
bother
But see,
him.
that's the thing. I don't believe in the devil. I believe that the devil is the ego. The devil is in the details. Well, and if he does, hello, I am here, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I'm all right with it.
Yeah, I don't tempt them. I don't taunt them. I don't do Ouija boards. And I never did none of that as a kid. Like, I don't know if it's real or not. I'm just not going to sit there and try to find out.
Yeah.
And I don't go see mediums because I don't need, there's nothing over there I need to speak. There's nobody over there I need to talk to.
But that's what I'm saying. That's the misconception.
Yeah.
I don't spend my time speaking to those that have transitioned. I don't do that. I speak to you about, listen, this is where you are. This is what I see for you. This can help you in this way. I don't spend my time.
But you do that from conversation. You took a class for that. So you don't need, a simple psychology class can help you with the same thing as that, right?
Well, no. Psychology class won't help with the gift that you have been given.
Okay.
That's not the same thing.
Got you.
No, I use the gift along with the certification of life coaching. There's a difference.
Got you.
There's a difference.
So what's the difference?
So the difference is I tap in, I listen, and I hear, and I go by what I'm guided to say to a person. Not just because I've been trained. A lot of life coaches, you're right, you take a class, and there's a whole book, and you go and you do this, and you do that, and you do this, and you do that. I don't follow that.
Okay, got you.
I do what I'm told to do. There is no box. I don't believe in a box. Right, I have this on. This is Metatron's cube. This is every symbol that is within the universe itself. All of that is me because everybody is different. And you can't cookie cutter anybody. So it's all different.
So all the advice you give, it's not essentially from you. The spirits are literally telling you this is what they need to do. It's never your own opinion, nothing you've been trained to do.
Sometimes it is now because I'm like, sometimes I need to step out of it. You know? And that's true. Sometimes it is mine. But when it is not, with the clients or the customers that I have, I don't even remember what I tell them. I don't remember.
Do you argue with the spirits?
So, I used to. I did. I used to. Yes, absolutely.
Got you.
Absolutely. I used to. Yeah.
So if the spirit's telling you, I need to go back to my man, but you feel like I shouldn't.
Well, that's not for me to say.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not for me to say.
When did you realize you had this gift?
I was very young.
And did you think it was something else? Like
I just thought I just knew things. I didn't know the difference. When I was in school, people used to call me weird because I would say things, but I didn't remember that until somebody saw the TV show that I was on, and they said, "Well, shoot, she been like that all her life." People used to always be scared of her and thought she was weird. So I was very young, but when I really knew was when I was 16. That's when I really knew.
So what was the thing that was like, that's it? What was the aha moment?
The aha moment was when I heard it from someone else who said it to me to validate what I was feeling, right? Because I was having these feelings, but I grew up, my whole entire family is the church.
Okay.
Right? So I grew up in the church. My brother is an apostle now. My family sings with Ty Tribbett and all of that. My family is the Church of God in Christ, right? You didn't do nothing if you didn't go to church. So I was always told that if you had a knowing like that, then you were going to go to hell. You were evil. So I would try to shut it off. Like, I don't know. I don't know why I know that. You know, I felt some type of way. I didn't even tell them when I started to feel it, except for my father, because my father was very supportive. And he was different, right? He was in the church, but he realized that there was more than just the church. And that Christianity, no offense to anybody, if that's what you practice, but that's a bunch of bullshit. That is religion. That is, it's not true, right? But that's
Tell
what I grew up in.
my grandmother that, not in the house of Bogan.
Listen. I'm telling you.
I saw with my pastor. I ain't been in church since I was 18. He left the church.
I'm telling you. Christianity is something to keep us in line, black folk. It was created because if you are bowing down and on your knees, and guess what? That's the perfect way to get kicked, because you don't see it coming. And that was something for us to be afraid of. Well, you don't want to do this because God don't want you to do this. There's a quote that I love, And the quote says, "How can the master and the slave serve the same God and expect for their prayers to be answered?" Because the servant praying to be free, the slave. The master praying for the slaves to stay. So which one is God going to answer? But then you tell me there's no respect for person.
Well, you say that about war. They both praying. So who's God? Who's God backing?
Absolutely.
So they should talk to the ancestors and see if they can stop it.
You know, the ancestors are here to help us so very much, right? That is what Harriet Tubman, she had a gift. That's how she knew what path to take. It was the knowing. It was the intuition. And it was the ancestors speaking. I do believe in the ancestors speaking, right? Wholeheartedly.
I don't know how you get sleep because nobody talk to me. I sleep comfortably.
So,
yeah.
A lot of times I don't. I'm traveling in my sleep. I'm dreaming. I'm this. I'm that.
I couldn't do that.
Yes, you could.
So when people do wrong, do you think their spirits are telling them to do that, or that's their own personal decision?
I think that's something that they have to clear out in them, right? I think that's.
Or did they write that before they got here? That's what they want to do. They need to kill all these people.
That's their contract. Now you can decide which way. Remember, I told you that we all have a choice.
The contract said I want to go out there and murder like 40 people.
But that's like the Matrix, right? Remember the guy in the Matrix that he wanted the steak, even though he knew that shit wasn't right?
He said, I know this is not steak. I know it is, but you're telling me that this is what it tastes like. Mm-hmm.
That's what they do. They know. Mm-hmm. It's not that you don't know. You know, but you want the steak instead. So you take the steak.
So what are those people that are not sociopaths and psychotic? So sociopaths, they know they're crazy. They just don't care. People that are psychotic don't know.
Schizophrenia
and all that officer, they just have an imbalance.
So what happens is some of them have chemical imbalances, and some of them, everybody that's in the crazy house ain't crazy. Some of them,
I believe that. Yeah.
Some of them actually are receiving downloads or hearing things, and they can't deal with hearing.
And they don't know what is going on.
They don't know what's going on, and they can't decipher. And it's like, it's too much in my head.
Right.
So it's not always that it's a chemical imbalance, right?
So why they don't have more people like you go talk to them, and you can tell the demons to stop messing with them.
If it was just that simple. If it was that simple, they would allow people to take mushrooms as psychedelics. If it was that simple, it wouldn't be the pharmaceutical industry the way that it is to just pacify you instead of healing you. They tell you to get some herbs out of the ground.
They say money ain't the money ain't in the cure.
There you go. That's why I said they won't let me come in. They won't let me come in.
You know how much money they get from all the people being in there?
Oh my God. How much money they got from Henrietta Lacks. That's what we talking about.
Sure, I was gonna open up a freaking psych ward myself.
Make a killing.
I wanted a church, psych ward, funeral home, a prison and a hospital, and I was gonna put them right next to each other on the same street.
But you actually can do that because you are that person. And I'm not gonna read you. I'm not reading you, but I'm telling you, your mind is like that.
You can read me. I'm good. Yeah.
You are that. You think so far beyond where everybody else is. Like your mind, your thought process. You're already. People may be on 2, but you already on 200. That's who you are.
But I've been doing that all my life.
Well, I know. That's how I said. That's who you are. That's who you are, and that's a gift.
That's me talking to.
That's a gift.
That's
a gift. That's a gift. That's a gift. Yeah.
So, what do you recommend to people that? How do they enhance their gifts that they think they may have?
It's confidence, and you have to practice, right? It doesn't matter whether you're right or wrong. Practice is no different than if you're going to sing a song or whatever. You can't just get on the stage and do it. You got to keep practicing, and then you have to have the confidence, and then you have to spend time with it.
But, I mean, where did they learn it? Like, where did they go? Because you said you had this gift since you was a kid.
Right. But so what I did was I met a guy here in Atlanta in 2011. It was an 11-11-11 event. And
he was in your ear hitting that blase blah.
Nah.
That blase blah. I know because I had a blase blah. People don't have a blase blah no more, but I get it. I know he was in that ear like that.
No. But I do like that blase blah.
Coming from a silver-tongued devil, I know.
Yeah, no.
Next thing you know, you thought you was talking to dead people.
Baby, I love that. Armando, that is not what, I know that's not what happened. But I'm going to ride this wave.
Well, you better guy.
But I did. So what happens is I went to an 11-11-11 event because I've always been a lover of numbers because I know that numbers are the universe. They mean something. So when I went to this event, I had my aura read, and my aura, long story short, it was white. And so from that, this guy says, you know, you have a gift. You're a very different person. You're a special person. You're very spiritual. You're very connected. And okay, I am, but you know, whatever.
Keep going.
That's exactly what I said to him. I got you. Okay, whatever. So, long story short, we conversed for a while, and I decided from that to just have a reading. My friend bought me a reading, just have a reading. So I'm sitting across from this gentleman who's giving me a reading. His name is Armando. Now, I can see things about him, but he's telling me things about me, and he's spot on, saying everything about me. And then he says, you know that you're supposed to be doing what I'm doing. This is who you are. You got to answer that calling. This is who you are. So what I did was, well, if that's what they tell you, then you're going to have to help me. And that's what he did. And it was a lot like the Karate Kid, wax on, wax off, because some of the shit we did, I was like, this ain't got nothing to do with doing no reading. What the hell are we doing? You know, we went to the river. We spent a lot of time with Oshun, who is the goddess of the fresh water. And that's at the river. We spent time at the river. We spent a lot of time meditating. We spent a lot of time just doing things that was way outside the box. But from that, it allowed me to open up and tap in more. We spent a lot of time in the sun. The sun is everything. There's two suns, but the sun is everything. So we spent a lot of time in that. And that's what allowed me to grow. And we would have, it was our church. And it was every Sunday at 10 o'clock. We would meet.
So for me to tap in with my gift, do I got to be one with the elements and find my Armand too, or can I?
No. You can do that. You can tap in. Now, I do say get with a guy, right? Someone that's
a guide, not a guy. From Bankhead or going over there to Fulton Industrial, you know what I mean? Because there's Armand over there too, Bobby.
Yeah.
And Mechanicsville over there.
Yeah. But yeah, no, you want to definitely get with a mentor, a Jegna. I don't like that word mentor, right? It's Jegna. You want to definitely get with a Jegna and let them help you and hone in on your skills, because there's going to be things that may scare you. There's going to be things that may seem weird. I have several people that I actually help. That's what I do also. I do a lot of that more now than the readings themselves. It's people that I'm helping. They come to me and say, look, I know I have a gift. Well, if you know you have it, I'm not going to tell you you don't have it. So I'm going to help you do everything that you can, but it's still your choice.
So what happens when people use like David Koresh and all the rest of you? They have a gift too. And they got people,
magic is an illusion, which is what we are in right now, the greatest show on earth.
And they got people just taking juice and dying off a joint because they got the gift of gab. And they just make people just believe in everything that they say. They do what you do.
No, they don't.
That's not
David
what you
Koresh
do?
is not. No.
Okay.
He does not. You're talking about, who is David Koresh? Remind me who he is again.
Remember the big ass, he had a what do you call a cult, and he had everybody.
Oh no! Hell no!
And then
no, he
and
was
then
on
instead
some
of letting
other
people
shit.
come in, he had them all sip Kool-Aid and sit there and rap. And by the time the FBI went in there, everybody in there was dead.
Okay, I remember who that is.
Yeah.
No, let me explain to you what that is. There's one saying that I use whenever you decide to tap into this gift or whatever it is. To whom much is given, much is required. You have to use your powers for good, right? because sometimes being able to do this can give you so
Jim
much
Jones
power.
did too. It was another dude named Jim
Yeah,
Jones.
I remember that. Yes.
And they just sit up there and they was charming. You know what I mean? So, but how do you know the difference between somebody that's just being charming and somebody that really has the gift?
Because somebody that's being charming, and it doesn't mean that he didn't have the gift. It
Right.
just meant that he used his gift
There you go. Used it wrong. Okay.
There you go.
Got you.
It's your choice as to how you use it, right?
Okay.
But if anybody telling you got to pay them all your money, you got to leave your place and go live with them. Come on now.
All right, Playboy, I got you.
Listen. Oh, and by the way, I'm asleep with all y'all in the process. No. That's the difference. No. And I'm sure they had to give. You know, you prophets, they call it a prophet, right?
Well, doctors use their gifts wrong, so I believe if it's something that you have, there's always somebody in there that has something that'll go a different way. Here's my problem with that, and it has nothing to do with Christian, because I have a problem with Christianity too. I have a problem with Christianity too. I grew up in Christianity, but I ain't been inside of a church since I was 14 years old. I don't have a problem with religion, so let's be clear on that. Religion the church has never did anything to me. So that's not the issue. It's the people with inside of it that discourages somebody, that make them not want to be here. So, but I also have a brain. So I'm like, yo, I'm not going to let somebody tell me this is bad and this is good, because I need to, it has to be more than because the Bible said. You know what I mean? I need to know what it is. And if the Bible said it, who wrote the Bible? So
we don't even know what
we need
part
to have
is
that
real.
conversation. You know what I mean?
It's been translated so many different times. We don't know what's
You can't
what.
give a book if you don't give it all, and you can't translate. There's some words in the Hebrew language that can't translate
into English. Those ain't real.
I don't.
So you trying to make it, so you can't just make it fit what you saying. So that's why I said, if there's good, there's evil. If there's bad, there's good. There's, you know what I mean? It has to be a race. So if they can make you do this thing, then they can make you go the other way too. But I also was taught that visiting mediums is wrong. And that was told to me as a kid. People that come read your poems and do everything else. I never did none of that. And I was like, yo, nah. But outside of that, I'm like, yo, who you talking to? Like, I need to know too. Like, I don't need you to tell me. Like, I need to hear it. So, and if I pray to somebody and if I want to answer, don't tell me just pray about it. If I call, I need to repeat. So if I say something to you, I need you to say it back to me. And if you can't give me that answer, I'm not looking for it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And if I got to look for it, then I'll just wait.
Right.
And I'll figure it out on my own. I don't need you to figure that out. So that's and I don't believe I think when you die, you die. And there's nothing else that the dead has to say to me, because they're gone. But people are like, why you don't visit the grave? Because they're not there.
Well, I don't believe in visiting the grave. I say that all the time. They're not there. They're working. They're busy. So far as the Bible and so far as talking to mediums and psychics, if you really want to know the truth of it, you think about it. Even just a little bit. This is how the Christianity and the church and the Bible, I don't have any problems with the church.
Right. I like going. I used to like going.
I love gospel music. I can sing all the gospel songs. You know what I'm saying? So I love it. But here is where it's contradictory. If you look at the Bible, there are some parts in it that you see the story is told 3 different ways, 4 different ways, right? So if you think about the story of Jesus, Jesus was a psychic. He told everybody what was going to happen before it happened.
I think he was schizophrenic.
Right.
And so was Moses. They was a functioning schizophrenic.
And they got gifts, right? And
but you just said there's no such they could be talking to people that's not, and they don't understand what they talking to. But go ahead.
But this is what I'm going to tell you. The only reason why we are creatures of habit. So if I keep telling you that doing this or doing that is wrong, going to see a medium, going to see a psychic is wrong, then that's what you're going to feel. So the best thing for anything that wants to control you to do is to tell you not to believe in what you hear, what you see, because it's evil and you're going to go to hell, or it's bad, or you shouldn't do it. That's the best way to control you. I would tell you that a psychic or medium is bad, because I don't want them to tell you that I'm trying to take over the world. And I ain't speaking on no certain race.
Right.
I'm just speaking.
Got you.
And I'll say I wasn't necessarily taught that mediums are evil, just that they're taking advantage of their gift. That they do have the gift of discernment and the ability to interact spiritually, but they're using it for monetary value and using it to kind of like sway your mind in a way that doesn't necessarily align with God or speaking directly to spirits and God.
Because why they charge $50 to read you?
Do you charge do you charge to rent your space or whatever? Do you charge as a manager? That's your gift. Do you charge?
Oh, it costs way more than that to have a conversation with me.
I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, it's a conversation costs money.
A gift is a gift. You're
Right.
going to charge. Whatever it is that you're doing, if you model, you sing, whatever you do, you charge for it. If you go to a church and the prophet gives you a word and you crying and you falling out on the floor, you're going to bless that prophet with your whole damn paycheck.
No, not the kid, but I get you.
Yeah.
I understood. But
know
yeah,
about whole
Playboy,
10%.
God don't need no money.
You better
God
say
don't have
that.
Instagram and he don't have
You
Facebook.
better say that. And he don't need no plane either.
Right, he don't play it either.
So you see what I'm saying? So how is it that it's wrong for a messenger of God, there again, a medium, a psychic, or whatever, to get paid for their gift because that's what they're doing, but you still expect to get paid for the gift that you're giving? Nobody's going to get up and sing and not get paid for it because it's your gift. So why is it that it has to be different?
I think in those sense, I think preachers and all of those that want monetary gain for what they're trying to do, that sways the message that they give. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like if I don't hold information. Information is, from me, doesn't cost.
That's right.
So if I tell that to anybody that comes to me, that if I have the info, I'll give it to you, because that has nothing. Only time I charge is if I have to be involved. As long as I'm not involved, I'm good with it. And so, but I understand what you're saying.
You're a life coach. You're a life coach. That's what you do. You're a life coach. And yeah.
Huh?
You're a life coach.
Did you just get red?
You are that. Yeah. How many, and that for a long time, and let me be clear in that, right? For a long time, I struggled with charging for my services. Because I wanted to make sure that I was doing everything in alignment. I wanted to make sure that I was not doing everything the right way. People would call me and ask for a word or whatever, I give it to them. And they say, and I would tell them first, and they say, how much is it? I said, a love offering. I would say that. I did that for years. Years. And everybody kept saying, you have got to charge. You have got to charge. You can't keep doing this. This is what you do. And
I get so much from everywhere else, so I'm not sure. Go ahead. Somebody near here. You could call this person. They'll do it.
Yeah. But when this became my sole business, the light bill don't give a shit about a love offering. I'm gonna pay this light bill with a love offering.
I can pay this with love. Right.
So when I said yes, and I decided that this is what I would do, and when I started caring about other people more than myself, I said, okay, I got to do this way. It has to be, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So, but I didn't get paid for a very long time. I was just willy-nilly giving people stuff, just giving. And I still do. I don't always, sometimes I just give to people because I do believe in that. I believe that giving is a beautiful thing.
I think the only place I have been a skeptic with mediums is with my own relationship with God. I feel like God doesn't always give me the answer right there in the moment. So it's like how with the medium, I call you on this day at this time.
And you got the answer.
And you got the answer. So it's like,
I'm not going around God. I'm saying,
yeah. One of the things that I hate to hear is God told me to tell you. Well, why he ain't tell me? And that's true.
You don't know me. Right. Got you. Yeah.
So I'm going to tell you, any client that I've ever had, you can ask them. I tell them, this conversation this is just a good old girlfriend or girl guy conversation. Whatever I tell you, it ain't nothing that you don't already know. God just sent me to reiterate it to you because you ain't always listening. So I tell them that all the time. I'm not going to tell you nothing that God ain't already told you because you got that relationship yourself. God is on the inside of you, not the outside. So you're always doing that.
So you're not listening, and he go, yo, hold up, yo.
Yeah.
Playboy, tell him what I've been telling them already.
That's the truth. That's the truth. I didn't even advertise. The only reason why people know about me is because of TV show. I never even advertised. It was all word of mouth because I didn't want certain energies coming to me because I am a big believer in energy because you decide whether you want to vibrate high or you want to vibrate low.
That's why I never meditated. But that was, as a kid, I remember I was in 6th grade and the teachers would like take an hour. I guess she want to do her nails or do whatever. But I mean, 3rd grade. I was in 3rd grade. And she was like, you take an hour and just close your eyes and meditate. I feel if you empty your brain to let stuff out, then you can let stuff in too. But I knew that as a kid. I'm like, yo, nah, why would I do that? If I open myself up to and free my mind, then you let stuff out, other stuff can come in here, and I don't want the wrong energy, I'm assuming it is, to come inside me. I knew that as and nobody told me that. That was just something I knew in 3rd. I'm like, nah, I'm not doing that.
Because you brought it with you. There's a knowledge. There's a sacred knowledge that you brought with you from a past
from when
life.
I didn't have no past life.
I'm telling you. Yes, you do. Yes, you do, honey. When I tell you, you do. When I tell you, you do.
I've been here today. When I'm gone.
No. You gonna come back and say, whenever you gonna come back and say, God damn it. But yeah, no. That is why you cover and you protect yourself. You pray before you do that. Right? You say, we are powerful.
But you don't believe. No, give me that. No, I got.
It's the power of the tongue.
Yeah. No, I thought you was getting me a cup. I didn't need a cup.
Fresh drink.
Yeah, no, that I need it. I need.
Okay.
Whatever.
As you wish, sir.
But go ahead.
No, that's why you ask for that. You pray.
But who you praying to if you don't believe in God? So what
you know.
Then they just words.
Well, no, they're never just words because words are spelled. That's why it's called spelling. So whatever words you say, I always leave it that.
I said that. I got detention for saying that in the 5th grade. She was like, you want a spelling bee? You want me to put on? I'm sitting there. I'm not. I said I'm not a magician, and I got.
He need to stop playing. Cause he's walking in this. No, I'm saying stop playing with what he got. Because he's bringing sacred knowledge. He knows a lot of things that he don't even tell y'all. Right? He knows a lot of things that he don't say.
He says very little.
He has a lot up in there. Yes, you do.
I'm trying to read me.
Don't hit him with the blase.
That's that blase blah. You trying to hit me with the blase blah. I'm the silver tongue devil, right? Come on, man.
But you do. You got it.
You got to go down to the river at 10 a.m. You got it.
Right.
You got it.
But I remember saying that, and I was in Miss Cancer class, and I was like, she was like, "Yo, we have a spelling bee." I said, "I'm not a magician." And she was like, "Yeah, all right." You go stand in the corner.
You brought that sacred knowledge with you. And I
remember when I'm gonna call my mom. I said, "Yo, remember Miss Cantor told you I told her it wasn't I ain't a magician because she wanted to do a spelling bee."
I'm telling you, you brought it with you. You a powerhouse. Yeah.
No. So you say you just got it to Atlanta.
Don't change it.
What brought you here?
I'm actually originally from Atlanta, and I just moved back to go to school full time. So
Okay.
yeah.
What you going to school for?
Commercial real estate. I'm getting a master's in that.
So what brought you to the Live Canvas Studios?
Actually, we're looking to get a podcast started. So,
Okay.
we're here filling the space out and kind of got thrown in the mix with you guys. So, yeah.
Okay, so you in for commercial real estate. What school you go to?
Georgia State.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So.
You going to graduate?
Of course. Of course. Got to. I got my first degree, so why not get my second?
Talk that shit.
Yeah.
She is. Nothing is ever by coincidence. So you didn't just get thrown in. It was purpose.
Go read.
Have you went to medium? You say you don't like mediums. Have you been to a?
Well, I wouldn't say I don't like them.
No, her. She said she don't like
I
the
don't like that word.
The
Yeah, I
word
like the
medium.
word medium.
Yeah.
I've never been to a life coach.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say that.
Okay.
I feel like I don't like religion either. I feel like I'm very spiritual. I don't want the word taught at me. I try to have my own interpretation of my relationship with God and speaking to him. So kind of like she said, even though I said I got thrown into it, I definitely believe everything happens for a reason. So even when I try to go one way, I notice that life navigates me a totally different direction, and I know that's God. So, but it's just, even though I know God is in me, but I can't decipher my own voice and his sometimes.
There is no difference.
Oh,
There is no difference.
Bars. So explain.
okay.
There is no difference between God's voice and yours. It's whether or not the ego is talking or your higher self. There's no difference.
Okay.
Listen here, God. I'm explain something to you. I don't have no issue with you. You know what I mean? I don't know which camera's on me. That one? Yo, I don't know. You know what I mean? Whatever it is, I'm just letting you know that we good. I don't have no issue with you. And devil, I know you exist.
What's up?
You know what I mean? I'm not beefing with you either. So, and for up to this point, you've been leaving me alone. So continue to do so. He ain't been having no issues with me. He don't come in my house. I don't bother him.
On his side, we over here.
He over here. He mess with everybody else. Don't come knocking on my door. I'm good. I'm good over here, man. What you say? I'm a god. You see that, nigga? Yeah. Come over here. Be like Abraham. Fight for that freaking I ain't leaving here without a blessing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He for the
Yes, sir.
I'm from around the way. Need some.
I'm leaving here for some. Where you going? Where you going?
That's
You've
right.
been lying for 4 days. You've been in my house. Oh, you an angel? I need a blessing. He be like, nah, I'm not giving you nothing.
But what if, right? I'm just going to give you this what if, because this is just a what if. What if who he was fighting with was himself? Trying to decide on whether to do this or to do that.
And he broke his own hip?
Sometimes you can break your own shit. There again, that was in what? What was that in? Who said it? You can feel like when you knock down and drag out and you're fighting yourself, you can feel like you done broke your hip. You know what I mean? So what if that fight was within himself? And this is just something to think about, right? Every one of the 12 disciples, if you go off what was in the Bible, in Yahshua, not Jesus, Yahshua. Every one of the 12 disciples had something different that they were struggling with, right? So
Paul was Saul. He was a killer.
Yeah. Yeah. So what if that's the 12 attributes of Yahshua? So what if he was schizophrenic? And all of
I
those
told
were
you
the
Jesus was
voices and the
schizophrenic.
things
Yeah, he was a
that was
functioning
going on within
schizophrenic,
him.
and so was Moses. Jesus and Moses was functioning schizophrenics.
I didn't even know you knew the Bible, and I'm gonna be.
Oh no, let me speak to you. Listen, I know the word. Listen,
You know. But what if that was the case? What if it was just the attributes? You know what I mean? And what if Abraham was fighting himself? Because it was the ego self saying do this and the higher self saying do that. And he had to make the choice. And sometimes the choice is so hard that it breaks you because you're so torn with it. And they have to make it seem like a body part broke or something, you know.
so
whenever a
from
story's
that,
told,
God
it's
said, "I'm gonna give
embellished.
you all the 12 tribes that come from you."
Well, when you make a decision to do a certain thing or to align a certain way, there's a choice, right? So if you go down this road, the choice is this. If you go down that road, you get that.
So you feel
Now,
it's alternate universes.
It's baby, we living in
Nigga,
millions.
we here now. Let's talk.
We
bro.
living in millions.
You think so?
Oh, absolutely. This is your past, your present, and your future all happening at the same time. Same time. Same time. There's millions of universes that we're living in. I truly believe that.
That's because TV told you that.
No,
as a
ain't
kid.
no TV told me no shit like that. The
Flash
TV ain't gonna
Gordon
tell you
told
that. Listen, wait a minute. I digress. Because look at that shit. They put it in the movie.
They do it all the time. Every
All the
time.
I mean, even if we look at it from the Bible, I mean, the way that God is all knowing, all being, it has to be happening all at the same time. So it's not like, it's just seamlessly flowing in one direction. It's continuously happening.
I don't think it's multiple stuff. I think all of it is going to end the same way. So it don't matter which direction you go.
So
You're
just
going to come
nothing
to the
black
same.
out?
So that's what I was
You
going to
gonna
say.
go-
It don't matter whether I was getting ready to say that, but you
On my bars, that's
tell
what
me
they
you
did.
not. I know who you are. Quit playing with me. Quit playing with me. I know who you are.
I see you. Come out of there. I see you.
Quit playing. You know. I told you. Because that's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter whether you go left or right. You're still going to end up where you need to be. It's automatic. You're going to end up in that same space.
But that's not freaking gifts. That's just me. That's just.
That is a gift. You know how many people don't operate in that? You know how many people don't know that? They walking around here with blinders on because they don't know. You took your sunglasses off at 5 years old. 5 years old is when no, I won't say you took them off because they corrected me. You didn't take them off. You decided not to put them on. You decided that you didn't want to wear the glasses. And you decided that you didn't want to be swayed.
Swayed from?
According to how this earth is. You didn't want to forget. You didn't want to be swayed into how we're taught, this world that we're living in. You wanted to keep the knowledge of what you have. You didn't want to forget.
So you saying when people come here, they forget their past?
You have to.
Why?
You have to.
But then
Because
you
you
doom to repeat
decided.
it.
No, because you came here to learn a lesson. And if you remembered all of this, then what lesson would any of us learn?
And you saying I decided,
That you didn't want.
fuck that, I need to know what this was.
Yeah, that's exactly what you did. And you were 5 years old. And you said, nah, hell no, I'm not doing this. You said, nope, I'm going to stay here. But if I stay here, it's got to be this way. That's what you said, 5 years old.
Interesting. So,
Right.
so commercial real estate.
Sound like we need to be talking about you becoming a comedian.
Nah, we don't need to discuss that. I'm never gonna talk to demons. I'm good with that.
You're not talking to demons.
I'm not talking to no demon.
It's
I
the
don't talk to demons either.
If they not here,
I'm here. I'm here. You're talking to me. I'm here.
no, you're here. So I believe if you believe you're talking to people that's not here, if you're talking to people in their spiritual form, you either, if you believe it and it's not true, you crazy. And if you really talking to them, then you're not talking to, I believe in that demons exist. And I believe they do talk to people. And they have knowledge because they've been here before us. So I don't think people that die become demons. So let's be clear about that. I don't think that. I think the demons that's been here are fallen angels. They been here for a while. And they just out here just wilding out on people. Now they can't kill you. They can't do anything because that's the deal you made since the days of Job. You know what I mean? You can do whatever you want, but you can't kill them. You can't cause any harm. Now they can cause you to die. They can they can make circumstances for you to do it, but they can't physically harm you. So that I don't believe they can hurt you, but I believe they exist.
I personally don't think that demons. I feel like my understanding of demons is they have to have permission slip to intervene in your life from the good spirits or from God. So it's like your own actions are what allow these bad spirits to
You
come
see that
in.
line that you said, my understanding of demons? I don't even try to understand them. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, you do it. I know you here. Just stay over there. Like, don't even come over here.
Right.
I don't want to understand you. I don't want to know your name. Like, people be calling them. I know they got names. I don't care. I don't care about your name. I don't
know
come over
any of
here.
their names. I really don't. I don't know no demon name. Listen.
You know what I mean? People that play with them, like, I'm not playing with you.
Right.
Like, I'm not in haunted houses like, no, nah. You want to sleep here for win $1 million? Nah. Why? Yeah. Like, I don't deal with ghosts. I don't care about. I know like I said, I don't believe that people die and become spirits and they haunting places. That I don't believe.
Right.
I do believe there's spirits that have been here longer than us that has nothing to do with the people here.
Right.
I also believe there's more people than there are angels. So how you gonna be out here just all willy-nilly? There's 7 billion people. There's not 7 billion angels.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is, baby. I beg to differ. I know, because I done seen them and I was like, oh my God.
You see that right there? Why you talking? You sitting up there? I die. If I go to sleep and wake up and I'm not waking up again. I'm telling you. So if I die in my sleep, let you know it's not asthma. It's nothing else. I close my eyes and I seen 1 billion angels and I'm like, shit. My bad, and then I'm gone.
So here is what you won't see them as figments, and they don't look like us. You'll see them. You'll see just one big giant light, and within that light is all the different souls of angels and everything combined. That's and that's what makes up the universe. That's what you'll see. So it wouldn't scare you like that. You just see a light. You just see the brightest and the biggest light that you've ever seen in your life. Like this light right here is beautiful and it's bright. And
what, the girl in the yellow?
That. Well, yes, she is. Bright and all of that. But when you see this light, like a fluorescent light, or the lights that you have here to do a show, that could never be it could never equate to the light of the light beings, the spiritual beings, the angels and things. It's so bright until it like takes your breath away, but you won't die.
So the way they describe angels to look in the Bible, almost monstrous. You don't believe in that?
I don't. I do.
They describe angels as monsters in the Bible?
Yeah.
Well,
they say
I guess
that
what we
they're
believe to
scary.
be monsters. You know, in Revelations when they're
they do.
when they
They say
describe
they'll
during
scare
Judgment
you.
Day.
But I don't. And I do believe that they appear to you in a form that you can recognize. So I don't think that they would scare you.
Well, that explains that he was like, yo, be careful when entertaining strangers. How you treat strangers, because you could be entertaining angels.
Yeah.
So see, that's in the Bible too. See that game?
Yeah.
See that game? That's that blase blah, yo. That's that blase blah. That's that blase blah. I tell you, I'm a silver tongued devil. I be in their ear, like, when your voice go like this, and they understand you. Oh, nigga. Y'all see, I'm not an Atlanta dude, so when I get it, I'll be like, she be like,
she do this.
That's how you get
What
them.
you say? What you say? Got him.
Got her.
I love that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You wanna
There are
give it-
some people who have it.
Give your friend your keys. I got you.
He has said that way too many times. Way too many times.
Give your friend your keys. You good? She be like, you just met him. Mind your business. Then I gotta go over there. She like, okay, yeah, she'll text you. She good.
You know what that sound like? He using that gift. He using that gift. That's what that is. Your power's for bad, not good. That's what it sound like.
That's the gift.
That's the gift.
I was gonna
You're not
say.
using it right. You're not using it right.
It depends on who you talking to.
The more spiritual you are, the more sexual you are. I believe that.
I get them close to God.
The more spiritual you
I get
are,
'em
the more
close to
sexual.
God.
I promise you. In order to be so sexual or in tune like that, you got to be close to God. That's the most intimate. Sex, do you know how intimate that is? Fucking is like, ooh.
So you believe in soul ties?
I'm starting to learn.
Oh, what? Absolutely.
Okay, that explains a lot. Cause in college, bro, I tell you, nothing. Talking. I was a soul snatcher.
And they'll be.
That's not wrong. Who you talking to? Depends on who you talking to. I'm not on bad terms with no female in the past. I'm in good terms with everybody.
Listen, I went on a mushroom journey, and when I did because I
never
do
did a
believe
drug in my
psychic-
life.
Well, I do believe in, and mushrooms are not a drug.
Mm-hmm.
It's plant medicine. That's medicine, right? So I believe in mushroom journeys. I've done ayahuasca. I've done all of that, right? So I did a mushroom journey, and I had a conversation with God, and God said, you know, sex magic. I was like, oh, that's what that is. Okay.
Oh, that's what it is? Okay.
So you know sex
I know
magic. Go on ahead. I know you do.
Sex magic. There you go. So,
That's who you are.
So Optimus Prime, that's on your. So let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Metatron's cube.
Oh, Megatron. That's the that's his name. That's his
Metatron,
opposite. That's the opposite of Optimus Prime.
Archangel Metatron. Absolutely. And this is all of the symbols of the universe.
Okay, where did you find that at? If somebody gave that
It
to you.
found me.
Okay.
I do believe that what you're supposed to have finds you. And it found me. And so many people have been trying to get the exact same thing, but nobody can find it. It's all smaller or whatever. So,
But you know the name of it, so somebody had to tell you. I'm pretty sure there's a name of that.
no, I know Archangel Metatron, and I just happened to be looking up Archangel Metatron.
And that
this
was the
found its
symbol
way.
on
This
it?
popped up, literally. This is his symbol. This is Archangel Metatron.
Who drew that? Him?
I think that the universe, it was a gift given to us by the universe. It's
But
just
you
like
had
the
to see
pyramid.
that symbol from somewhere else. So that means
Because
that
it
exists
called
somewhere.
oh, yeah, it's everywhere.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's not just one of one.
Oh, no.
Okay,
No,
got
this
you.
symbol is everywhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
I'm saying I like it, but I'm
Metatron's
just saying. Yeah.
I know you do because I know who you are. So I know
I see you. Come out.
Yeah. No, it's called Metatron's Cube, and it is it's amazing. Look it up when you finish here in your
I'm
downtime.
not Googling that.
Just
then you start
Google it.
opening it up.
You might
Now
gotta
I'm in
cut
a-
the cameras off so it could be his real self.
Then,
come out.
then it's a wormhole and I'm into
Just
other stuff.
Google it.
Then it's porn that pop up and then nah, I'm messing with you. And what's that one?
This is an African turquoise.
Okay. But that one don't have, that one didn't speak to me. That one. I mean, it didn't speak. Nothing spoke to me. I'm just saying.
Gotcha.
Wait, that's that silver tongue devil. You know that's the Metatron's cube, right? That's that silver tongue devil. You know it's
Now
Metatron's
I got something in my
cube.
vocab now, so I just
Hey baby, I got
when
that
I see it, I'll be
Metatron's
like, oh yes, Megatron Q. She be like, oh, she know. Yo, give her your keys. All right. She go.
If you see one that got this on, you ain't gonna be able to do it. She gonna blase you. And you gonna be like, yo, I'm going home with her. Can't me give you no keys.
Yo, hold on. Yo, yeah, get my keys. Yo. Get my keys. Y'all crazy. Where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram at YOURDANES Jordanis.
Do that again.
YOURDANES.
Okay, got you.
Since we're getting spiritual, it's Jordanis, the Jordan River where Jesus was baptized. So
Is that the name JordanReedsTheBaptist.com? Is that, I mean, is
no.
Okay.
Just tying in the spiritual, so she knows I'm.
Okay.
I don't got the gift, but I'm
Ah,
spiritual.
neither do I. We good.
No, you do. It spoke to you. Remember, it spoke to you.
No.
That didn't speak to me. I'm like, oh, cute necklace. Yeah, that was it.
So it's your Donis that's on Instagram
And on Instagram, on Twitter.
and on Twitter. You on Facebook?
I'm not.
Okay. You on TikTok?
I am.
I'm not.
But
I'm
they
just
may
saying,
get rid of that.
I'm not a child, 12-year-old girl, so I'm not. And where can they find you?
They need to get rid of TikTok. I'm just saying. So they can find me on Instagram at Free Kinlow. It's not freaking low, even though that's
Freaking
what
low.
it looked like. Right? It's FREEKINLOW. Free Kinlow. Or they can find me on my website at freedomloveexperience.com.
Can they get readings on the website and stuff
They
like that?
can. They
Okay.
can sign up for a reading on the website
Okay.
as well.
Okay.
Or they can
you
reach
a-
me through my business number, 323-435-1880.
Where can they see you in person? Are you making special
do.
appearances? Talk to them. Talk to the people. We all over. Man.
So I do have on April the 15th, and if you go to my website, you'll be able to see the link, or the Instagram page, you'll see the link tree. I am doing a fashion show for stroke awareness. I'm the Robert A. Pritchard.
You said stroke awareness? Mm-hmm. Okay. No mind, I'm back. They got you. You're talking about an actual stroke, but
He
you
was
telling
talking
me.
about
that-
it.
my
You
mind
talking
went there
about it.
too,
Get that strong, baby. Get that strong, baby.
The sexuality.
Yeah,
I
'cause
was
you already told me about her
like,
liquor and
what do you
all
mean by
that.
that?
So, yeah. All right, I'm back.
He swallowed and said that.
Go ahead.
Yes, they can reach me there. At the end of April, I am doing a Goddess Unleash Your Inner Goddess retreat.
Okay.
And if they go to the website, they can find that it's the end of April.
And they can sign up. How long is that?
They can sign up. It's 3 days.
Okay.
And you are going to explore all the things about being
Swingers?
a goddess. I believe in that. I believe in that. I was an avid member of Trapeze. I had a card. I had a black card. Bam!
Line me up, bro. Excuse me. I'm back there, over there. That's my throne over there.
And you know.
No doubt. Thank y'all for kicking it with us at the Kickback Podcast. You can catch us every Wednesday from 9. It's usually from 9 to 11, but it's whatever the spirit moves you to make it happen. We open, and catch y'all next week. I'll let y'all know who we having on Monday, and signing off. All right. Hopefully, Jarard and Case will be back next week, because I'm not doing this. And we out, yo.